Hi, it's Anne here from the Soulful Journey to Sovereignty. It is what we call Boxing Day here in England in the United Kingdom. So we had Christmas Day yesterday, filled my belly up with some yummy, yummy food. And yeah, I felt super called to come on here today and say something really important about your energy on this twin flame journey as the divine feminine. You cannot harness, manage, and tune into your energy with the mind alone. I have learned, and I am sharing this with you today so that you genuinely feel the point that I'm making and that you can integrate it into your own life. The body is the home, the vessel, the temple. I like to call my body my temple. To this incredible light frequency, this goddess energy. And knowing that truth allows you and I to look at how we're treating the body. How are we honoring this energy? And I'm going to talk in really practical terms today, as I always do. Exercise is an absolute must. It really is. It's one of the most important things that I've learned as the divine feminine on the twin flame journey. That movement of this helps me feel centered, grounded, aligned, balanced, joyful. And what is exercise? What do? I do a lot of exercise because I'm naturally very physical. I do yoga, stretching, lots of walking. Dancing is another thing because I've realized that it's my responsibility to look after the flow of my energy. And when I exercise, when I look after this, my mind becomes more clear, more calm, and I just feel so much fucking amazing when I move. And excuse me, you can look at so many videos on twin flame content, so accessible on YouTube, and so much of it is trying to appease your mind. But if you just bear with me today and listen to this message, if it resonates, and say, actually, let me work with this energy in my body. Let me work out. Let me look after this. What physical activity can I do to get the energy flowing as it was divinely designed to do? I'm watching a ton of twin flame content and trying to appease the mind. It doesn't work. It can help to a certain extent, but you've got to integrate it with, you've got to integrate other stuff as well. I'm going to give you an example of what I did today, and I'm not saying that you have to do this, but as the divine feminine, I walk the walk. Yes, I do what I help my clients with. So if I say to my clients, look after your energy, do physical exercise, you better be darn sure I do this. This morning, excuse me, I woke up, did breath work, short meditation, physical exercise, strength, stretching, went for a beautiful walk in nature, looked directly at the sun, so sun gazing, really gorgeous for your mental health and well-being. Sun gives us so much power, so much glow, so much warmth and so much radiance. You know, it's there for us to soak up. That is what I have done today as part of my physical exercise. Could I have stayed in bed and watched a ton of content? Yes, but I choose not to. I choose my goddess way, and my goddess way is I look after my energy. I honor it. Not just yap, talking about it. And you can feel this. Now, if you're at the beginning of the journey, of the twin flame journey, you may find it quite challenging to do some form of physical exercise because the energy can be so addictive and so draining that you may struggle. But start small. If you're at the early stages, start small. Do some simple stretching. Stretch your arms, stretch to the left, stretch to the right, stretch back, do a forward fold, rotate your hips. Try to do that a few minutes every day if you're at the very start of the twin flame journey. At the beginning of my awakening, yeah, I I did try to keep to a physical routine, and some days I find it so exhausting I would just want to stay in bed all day. And if you can work up to a few minutes every day and just let that be enough, you will find that you'll be able to do a little bit more and a little bit more until you find your sweet spot, where you find a beautiful routine that helps you keep balanced and centered and grounded. If you're further along in this journey, you may have got very clued up to the importance of looking after your body, moving it, feeling strong in your body, but also feeling soft in your body. And that's a beautiful thing. And I talk about honoring the body quite a lot because it's it's so fundamental. This is your vessel. It's your energy. And I have a book here that I wrote. I wrote this last year. It's called The Magic of You Loving You. I really love this title. And I do write a short chapter in here about honouring the body and how it affects our state of consciousness. So as the energy flows throughout our body, because we are doing physical exercise, it allows us to think more positively and to have a greater sense of consciousness. You know, and I'd love to read this little short blurb that I wrote on the book, on the front cover of the book, and it is: love is made to be felt, light is meant to shine through. This little treasure was meant to be read by you. I'm not selling you the book today. I just felt super inspired to introduce it and say, hey, there's a book here. you're open to receiving it if it resonates with you. What's the main message of today? The main message of today, Divine Feminines, on the Twin Flame journey is move your body. In whatever way it works for you, whatever level you're at, move your body. You move your body, you are creating a beautiful flow of your energy. You create a beautiful flow of your energy, you feel amazing, you feel centered, you feel grounded, you feel good about yourself, and your mind calms down. And today, it's not this evening yet, I'm sending you so much love from my heart and from my soul, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.